Taiwan's Air Force, also known as the Republic of China Air Force, ROCAF, has activated its first squadron of F-16V Fighting Falcon fighter jets. It's interesting to note that the unit is comprised of F-16A Block 20 aircraft, which are some of the oldest F-16 airframes in service anywhere in the world, a design that has served since the late 1970s, but's been upgraded to the F-16V standard via domestic facilities. This capability is part of Phoenix Rising program. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why Taiwan's Phoenix Rising program will be key to deter Chinese aggression. Let's get into the details. This video is sponsored by War Thunder. If you are, like us, fascinated by military vehicles and technology, I recommend you give War Thunder a try. It's a military vehicle combat game which you can download and play for free on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One with cross-platform support. It has a huge variety of more than 1,200 playable aircraft, tanks, helicopters, and ships from the 1930s to the 1990s, which you can take to battle on land, in the air, and at sea on more than 80 theaters of war. War Thunder's been kind enough to offer all Defense Updates viewers a special bonus, which will grant you a free premium tank, aircraft, or ship, and 3 days of premium account time for registering using our link in the description below. So take the plunge and join more than 20 million players from around the world. China considers Taiwan as part of its territory and is willing to bring it back into its fold, even if it requires force. In this context, it's important to note that Taiwanese voters have re-elected incumbent President Tsai Ing-wen in a landslide election. This is seen as a sharp rebuke to Beijing and its attempts to intimidate and lure Taiwan into China's fold. She easily defeated her opponent, Han Kuo-yu, whose Kuomintang party promotes closer ties with China. Since then, China's taken a very hostile stance and has been sending aircraft and ships to intimidate Taiwan. The relation between Taiwan and the United States is unofficial and informal and is governed by the Taiwan Relations Act. The Taiwan Relations Act is designed to maintain ambiguity and does not state if the USA will or will not intervene militarily if the PRC attacks or invades Taiwan. Under the Act, the U.S. is obligated to sell arms of a defensive character to Taiwan. F-16 is one of the several American platforms provided by the U.S. to Taiwan for self-defense. F-16 is a single-engine, supersonic, multi-role fighter aircraft originally developed by General Dynamics, which is now Lockheed Martin, for the United States Air Force. It was primarily designed to be an air superiority day fighter, but has evolved into a successful all-weather, multi-role aircraft. Over 4,500 aircraft have been built since production started in 1976. U.S. Air Force no longer buys it, but it's still being built for exporting, and there's a good demand for the fighter. It has a max speed of Mach 2 and a combat radius of 340 miles, or 550 kilometers. The fighter can be armed with a wide range of air-to-air, air-to-ground, and anti-ship weapons. For air-to-air combat, it can carry AIM-7 Sparrow, AIM-9 Sidewinder, AIM-120 AMRAAM, Iris-T, Python 4, and Python 5. For air-to-ground attack, it can deploy several types of smart bombs and missiles, like AGM-65 Maverick, AGM-88 HARM, and AGM-158 Joint Air-to-Surface Standoff Missile, JASSM. For the anti-ship role, it can be equipped with AGM-84 Harpoon and AGM-119 Penguin. Taiwan received 150 F-16s in the 1990s. Though initial variants of F-16 have been retired in countries that used to operate them, such as Israel, Egypt, and the US, Taiwan, along with Pakistan and Venezuela, remain as its major operators. The F-16 has seen many upgrades over the years. The latest F-16V standard has the Northrop Grumman AN/APG-83 Scalable Agile Beam Radar SABRE, which is a multi-function active electronically scanned array AESA radar. Other upgrades include new mission computers, an improved electronic warfare suite, modern avionics, and the ability to integrate precision-guided weapons. The addition of these has made the F-16 a very potent platform, even against more recently developed fighters. Phoenix Rising aims to upgrade existing aircraft to the F-16V standard locally. The ROCAF received its first domestically upgraded F-16 in October 2018, with upgrades carried out by Taiwan's state-owned Aerospace Industrial Development Corporation, AIDC. Also, Taiwan has developed indigenous facilities that can be used to conduct maintenance and repairs. This will eliminate the need to send the fighters to the United States for upgrades and repairs. Taiwan will receive 66 new American-made F-16 fighter jets in the biggest arms sale to the self-governing island in years. The deal was finalized last year. It will get the latest version of the Lockheed Martin-built fighter. Taiwan wanted to have the jets amid increasing Chinese military incursions into its airspace. The deal is expected to be around $8 billion, and the country is expected to receive them starting in 2023. The fighters, upgraded as part of the Phoenix Rising program, will supplement these new ones. China has filled its coastlines with missiles that can strike Taiwan's military assets. An upgraded fleet of F-16s could restore balance. F-16 is one of the most successful fighter jets in history. The latest variant of the F-16 will be a challenge for any Chinese fighter, including their best fighter, the Chengdu J-20. Reports have emerged that a Sukhoi Su-30 MKI of the Indian Air Force managed to detect the Chinese Chengdu J-20 jet fighter. The disclosure didn't come from an independent analyst, but an official source. Indian Air Force Commander Arup Shah said, "The Sukhoi's radar can see them. The new Chinese jets are not so invisible after all. No special technology is required to detect the J-20, as it can be detected by ordinary radar stations." This has ignited debates that the J-20 is nothing more than a decorated 4++ generation fighter. China has seen a high level of economic growth, and with that fund, it's made a lot of progress in military hardware. China spends more than 20 times on defense when compared to Taiwan. Taiwan needs every F-16 it has in optimum condition to fend off Chinese forces. The versatile aircraft available in large numbers will not only be able to counter Chinese fighters and bombers, but will also be able to hold Chinese naval assets at risk with long-range precision weapons. This will complicate any plan to land troops on Taiwan's shore with amphibious landing crafts. The Phoenix Rising program is expected to greatly enhance the air power of Taiwan. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.